Hello everyone, MFPallytime here, and welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. After a massive battle with Ketheric Thorm atop this very tower, he has fled with the help of Hentai into the tower itself. And in today's video, we're going to be running after him. Keep in mind that our spell slots are kind of used up at the moment in a lot of ways, but I still think we can make this work, I think. I spotted something that I've never noticed before here on top of the tower. It's a note from Gortash. Dungen's going to approach. Hey, I wonder who he's referring to. Just a note to say that I was alarmed to learn that your strike teams have not yet recovered the artifact. The Githyanki appear to be after it as well. I have more to say about this when time allows, but it's essential that your troops do not allow the object to slip between their fingers.
Don't waste a step.
Well, of course, that very object is slipping between their fingers right now. In between episodes, I went ahead and cast Light on both Shadowheart's weapon and Asterian's weapon. That will help us deal some more increased damage with the bow of the Banshee. But let's not forget, I still have a dislocated shoulder, and I don't think I can fix it. So, Dungen's kind of out of commission right now, which sucks when you're about to take a big leap of faith. As always, thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope this goes well.
Impossibly wide. A single tentacle burrowed through stone.
Of course, if it doesn't, this is an honor mode playthrough, and we're going to lose our save file. For that reason, I was kind of thinking about maybe using Dungen's Duergar invisibility here.
This is an illithid colony.
Yes, it is, Dream Visitor. Kalak.
Be where they harvest the tadpoles. We're close to the source of the infections.
Okay, very abrupt camera skip there.
For how long?
Rejuvenating miasma is what it said we were in for a moment, but I'm really not even sure what that is. Current objective is to defeat Ketheric Thorm. Dungen is going to bravely tell his party to stay here, and then his invisibility kicks in. Oh, could someone break this? Minthara, could you do me a solid really fast? Ray of Frost onto the membrane, shatters it in front of Dungen, and he is going to continue on forward. We should be a great scout.
Now. Our telepathic storm has become a tempest.
We can tell we're getting close to the absolute, eh? Door on the right. Does this lead to where I am trying to go? I should be able to get through here pretty quickly.
I wonder how
The story of this place doesn't matter as much to us on our playthrough as you might expect. There's some Dark Urge stuff in here. There's also some stuff, I think it's in... I'm all turned around. Maybe this room on the left. Maybe I already passed it. There's a room where some of the tieflings can... oh, this is it right here. Where some of the tieflings can show up.
Mind flayers.
But I don't see too many people inside of these. There's some flaming fists, more mind flayers. Hey, this is actually interesting. Dungen, I don't think is going to have any negative effects if he's seen by intellect devourers. If he is, that's going to suck. But I'm going to go up to this neural apparatus.
Your tadpole forms a telepathic connection with the device, and a chorus of static energy fills your mind. Every mind flayer in the room calls out hungrily from its pod, seeking release and sustenance. But there are others in the pods. Those not yet infected, not yet illithid, terrified, desperate to escape.
Who's that? Sorry, who?
The device is open to your tadpole's command, to your authority.
Well, I don't recognize any of those people. Let's go ahead and just purge those mind flayers right out of there.
Screams, psychic agony, terror, then nothing.
That was the right thing to do. Dungen feels good about that. And the enemies here are not hostile. He slips back into the shadows yet again. Who would have thought that my Duergar has so many Shadow Monk characteristics? We do see some brine up ahead. This is a pretty big deal.
Brine pools, but empty of tadpoles. Unusual. Harvesting all the larvae indicates they are getting ready for something big.
Something very, very big. Once again, a room that's extremely significant if Will is in your party. I won't spoil why. He's not here. So I'm gonna keep looking. Aha! After going literally just about everywhere on the map, I finally found it. I actually think it was the last room I could have looked in. Using my invisibility, I've made my way all the way to the neural apparatus that normally leads down towards the conflict. There is a restoration pod right here that we can use to get our spell slots back. And actually, I think everyone in my party could just kind of walk right over here. I don't think I really needed to use this invisibility at all if I wasn't lost. Now, that being said, it did dim. I'd be really surprised if this was a one-time use. Let me get everybody over here. So in order to get to the resting pods, it's literally directly east from where you start down this main hallway. Wasn't complicated at all. Please tell me I didn't screw us all over. Oh no. I think Dungen may be the only one that got spells back. And if that's the case, that means I'm about to ignore all of that undead stuff going on over there. Oh, crap. So on normal mode, this just refreshes 1,000 times. As much as you want to use it, it comes back. That makes this area really easy. That means I have one spell slot on Shadowheart. That means I have one level 4 spell slot on Minthara. Well, crap. There is a chance, albeit a small chance, that we might have some dialogue from Minthara in this area up ahead, because this is one of the followers of the True Soul, one of the followers of Ketheric. Maybe they have a little bit of background together. I'm just kind of hoping. I don't want to overexert myself here, obviously. But we'll see if Minthara walks up first if anything happens.
General Thorm was attacked. The order to evacuate given. You should not be here. I conclude you are one of the attackers.
This is what we would normally hear, too. Deception, this is a misunderstanding. She does have good charisma. Might be able to pull this off. We need a 21. She's going to get bardic inspiration and guidance. With that, Minthara rolls a 2. That rolls up to an 11. Is this worth the inspiration roll? I don't think so.
I shall present your bones to General Thorm as retribution for what you did to him.
Well, that was a bust. Luckily for us, our party does go very, very quick here. We are going to see Shadowheart move up to the front and cast Radiance of the Dawn, hitting every single enemy here for that radiant damage and spawning those orbs that we know and love above their heads. Rage of the Tiger Heart from Asterion as he then sprints forward towards his adversaries, enabling him to use that Tiger's Bloodlust. He's going to cleave down everyone in front of him. Isn't that right, Asterion? Reckless to try to make that actually happen, but it doesn't quite connect. He still did great damage there. Minthara is now going to cast a Ray of Frost onto the Mistress of Souls in the back, giving us 4 encrusted frost stacks on our target. And we're going to call it right there. Dungan's here, but he's just kind of watching. Maybe the team doesn't even know Dungan's here. I'm actually amazed that Asterion was just hit in battle. That's crazy. Ray of Sickness being cast, we don't need to counterspell that. The main caster here did actually fall over in the back, and it looks like our turn has come back around again. Dungen is going to fire off a shot at the Mistress of Souls. That's going to be his one and only shot for right now. We're then going to see Shadowheart approach. Oh, Do we cast Swirly Whirlies? No, I don't think so. I think we just swing. It'll be fine. It'll be enough. We then try to cleave down the remaining enemies in front of Asterion. Reckless attack to try to make it happen. One of them is obliterated. The other's still standing. But because we got that kill, we can swing again. And we connect fatally on target. We pull back for another Ray of Frost with Minthara and miss our prone adversary on the ground, who's now frightened and cannot approach Dungen, giving up their entire turn as Asterion moves in and begins swinging. We do have a shield. She used a spell to help protect her from me. That reckless swing doesn't connect either. We see Shadowheart move in with a swing of her own that doesn't connect. Dungen fires off a shot with disadvantage that doesn't connect. It says it's because she has high defense. What is going on here? Ray of Frost. Is everyone in my party going to miss in the same turn? No, Minthara turns our luck around. Our enemy is still frightened and unable to move on the grass, or excuse me, the ice underneath her feet. That high defense coming in handy, but it holds up no longer. So the puzzle didn't even give me anything good, so we didn't need to go over there. This had no new dialogue with Minthara. The only other place I can think to look for new dialogue would be Chop, who's located in the southwest corner.
Recruits for Ketheric's army. To a necromancer, a morgue is a muster yard.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Minthara does approach. Hey, another brain jar. We see Chop going through some bodies down here at the bottom of the staircase, if you can even call it that.
No will sparks behind his eyes. His mind has been hollowed out to better echo the commands of the collective. You could kill it, end its miserable life of enslavement. Surely that would be the humane thing to do. Or you could take advantage of its vulnerability and plunder what's left of its hollow mind for anything that could serve you.
Oh no, Illithid enter his thoughts. She goes straight in.
Giant as well-worn boots, his mind turns to his work. Chop, cut, sort, shiver of impact, crack of bone. He removes the brains, digs free the squirming tadpoles. The unworthy ones given over to the Illithids to become.
To become what, Chop?
Part of one mind. 4 little feet dancing to same song.
With a lurch, you realize he means the intellect devourers. Here, the brains are harvested, made part of the hive mind.
You know, personally, I think Chop has a very important job, and we may need his services in the future. I need to find your master, Ketheric. Could you help me find him, Chop?
Master. No. Down deep. 1 of 3. 1 of 3.
What do you do to all these people, Chop?
Chop, chop. Help them. Become.
Chop, chop. All right, Chop, keep up the good work. We're all very proud of you. No new dialogue there either. I think I might have a workaround for this rest conundrum that we're in right now, too. Okay, things are about to get weird for a second, but please bear with me. Asterion is going to cause a quick mutiny. We're going to kill off Dungen really fast. I cannot believe how easy that was. I thought he would hesitate a little bit. He was just like, no, bro, I'm ready. I'm going to do it. Now that he's down, we're going to fully kill him off because I had that stupid dislocated shoulder buff that was a bit of a problem, that condition that was a bit of a problem. So we're going to use one of our res scrolls here to bring Dungen back. And you know that dumb debuff I had from the drinking the potion at Auntie Ethel's house? Well, that is fixed now too. So I'm actually back in pretty good fighting form, assuming I can restore some of this health without expending too much of our resources. I think I got a lot of little potions in here somewhere. I drank all of them except for one, and I'm back up to full health now. So that was a net positive for Dungen, believe it or not. Secondly, we do have a Song of Rest, so that's going to give us back... I could have just rested. Oh, man. All right, that Song of Rest is going to give us back all of our channel divinity charges, as well as our rage charges on Asterion. Actually, that's not true. Those are long rests, so I only have one more. I thought those came back. Now, I'm extremely concerned about Shadowheart's spell slots in particular. Those are extremely valuable to us, and there's one way we can get those back. Again, this is all a massive blunder on my end. I thought everyone was going to be able to use that rest area. I did it on Dungen, so this is what we're having to do to make up for it. This is a potion of angelic slumber. Drink to fall into a 2-turn slumber. Unless interrupted, you gain the benefits of a long rest. Shadowheart, our sleeping beauty, goes down for 2 turns. When she wakes up, all of her spells should be back here, and I'm going to need them. Yes, okay, we're going to need big debuffs down there. Okay, good. Let me look through my bags. Let me see what else I could do. I do have a lesser potion that's kind of the same thing, Potion of Angelic Reprieve, but it only counts as a short rest, but it gives some level 1 and 2 spell slots back. I guess that doesn't really help me here. Okay, Asterion is going to drink one of our Elixir of Hill Giant Strength potions. That's going to bring his strength up from 18 to 21 for this. I'm also going to coat my weapon with this purple worm toxin as soon as we get down there. For Shadowheart, I'm going to have her drink this Elixir of Necrotic Resistance. Gain resistance to necrotic damage. This elixir can be thrown at a target to apply this effect. So it's weird that they specify that on that one. We're going to go ahead and drink that. I don't know if I want to do... I don't know if we need anything else, you know? I kind of think we're ready. I do have a potion of haste if we need it, and a few other kind of niche ones. But I think we're ready, boys. It's time to commit. The party gathers together and interacts with the neural apparatus.
Squirming around a little more than usual.
It might be squirming around a little bit more than usual.
It senses something down there. Something big.
Dungan's gonna go indivisible, I think. I kind of wish I wasn't the face of the party right now.
Move.
I feel like I need to be up there. I need to be the one yelling at Ketherick. It has to be me. Well, let's see what we could do with the rest of the party then. Everybody is gonna get down. We do need to be somewhat strategic with our positioning.
No longer a background murmur. The presence in your mind builds to a roar.
I didn't know
We
touching
found
that.
it. The Absolute is behind this door.
Well, how do you feel about that, Shadowheart? Leave! Shadowheart's like, fuck that, bro. Okay, Duncan's going.
No longer a background murmur.
We found it.
Enter! That's what sets Duncan apart from everybody else. He's not afraid. He walked right in. We are a beacon of light over in the corner. How do they not see us? Who is that man? Who is that weird lady?
Control. It isn't you I answer to, Gortash.
Oh, the general voice. Is this where we salute?
Salute, yes, with cleavers through his blood-starved flesh. How it crawls with failure, like flies on lick-wet carrion.
You forget yourself, Orin. I've played my part.
You've built an army for our masters, true enough. But what of the astral prison? A rogue true soul flaunting it under your nose all this time, and you ran from him.
Sure
That is
they
true,
would
he
follow
did.
and deliver it into my hands here. If you would cease these distractions.
The distractions have been yours, Ketherick. Perhaps we never should have dug your daughter up.
Woo! Those fighting words.
So you haven't lost your edge. but you're still not as sharp as Orin, I wager.
Oh, she was ready with that dagger.
The Slayer against the Undying One. That'd be fun to see.
His crypt breath sings to my sinews again, 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 again. But he must lead the murder march to Baldur's grave.
If the weapon is truly in your grasp, Ketherick, might I suggest closing your fist? Orin and I can wait for you no longer. The plan proceeds. We're going to the city, and we expect you to follow. Army and the weapon in tow.
My favorite part of Ketherick's armor is that spine on the back. It looks so good. The Lash of Bone! And there you see it, ladies and gentlemen. The absolute.
The Testament of Merkel!
An elder brain. One of the cruelest and most powerful creatures in existence. Enslaved by mere mortals.
There we are. It wouldn't do to fight in front of our guest. Behold, Duke Ravengard. The Absolute.
Preserve us.
You wag your word flap in vain, Alderling. Once the worm holds the whip, your shredded flesh will serve us.
Hey, whoa, whoa, can I have that? What are you doing with that? Pass that over here.
Now, it's really time we were going. We will empty this place and begin the march. You may catch up with the army once you've retrieved the weapon. And Ketherick, do try not to sulk. You're supposed to be the fearsome general come to conquer the city. And I am the hero who will save it.
You know, to be honest, they do really have a smart plan. That's why Palpatine did it.
It is time, faithful ones. March on Baldur's Gate.
I don't recall the undead skeletons there.
To prepare the way.
Well, we're gonna have to stop them, aren't we? We have not been spotted yet. Quick look at the battlefield. We do see Ketherick in front of us with Isabel. I've never seen that before. On the high ground, count them, 4 mages watching from above. The Mind Flayer on the southern side is going to be a massive threat. There are some Intellect Devourers as well, and tied up in the corner, the Night Song. How do we want to do this? Minthara. Are these guys moving? He had a radiating orb. Did you see that? It was from our damage from earlier. Oh man, if I was faster, I could actually do some damage. They have vision of the high ground. Dungen stands up and walks forward. Everybody come with me, though. Come on.
There you are, as predicted. What is it, I wonder, that draws one toward death like a moth to light? You could have run away, absconded with the prism. The one thing that could prevent me from fulfilling my destiny. But the lure of one's destiny is irresistible, isn't it? Perhaps you hope to learn your place in history before you are erased from it. A bright flash of clarity before the snuffing out.
Why is the prism so important to you?
The very fact of your being attests to its power. Despite your infection, you resisted the brain here in the heart of its domain. What good is an army of thralls if they do not obey their master? Let us speak plainly. My Lord Merkel gave me the one thing I desired, the one thing no other god could grant me. My daughter's life returned. Her heart beating once more. For that, he asked that I serve as his chosen. Join Orin and Gortash to grow the cult of the Absolute, and then take control of it. He's never had a more devoted follower. I have fought great wars before, in the service of other gods and other powers, but for Merkel, I would condemn all of Faerun to death. You are all that stands between me and my destiny. And you have brought the prism here. I will kill you now. And then I will raise you as my servant.
So confident. Persuasion, I was ready to show you mercy before. It's not too late. You can repent. I'm incredible at persuasion. You're planning to betray your allies. His answer to this is a straight yes. I am planning to betray my allies. We cast friends. Who cares if he's mad at us? We rolled an 18 that rolled up to a 31. Let's see what he says. We offered you kindness before.
Repent? Would that even be possible? Perhaps.
Oh, he's yelling.
There is no repentance, no release. My debt can never be repaid. He is here. He is watching. He is listening. He is.
And down he goes. Now, did I get to this faster because of the dialogue? I think I did. Lord of Bones.
And you have slain my chosen. But it is no matter, for I am death. And I am not the end. I am a beginning.
I always forget to look over there and see if the scythe is in the scenery. I always say I'm gonna do it too. I always forget. Shadowheart says shit. Well. So, I'm pretty sure normally this fight starts off with us going after Ketheric, and then things kind of escalate to this point. Also, holy shit, Isabel is the enemy. Oh no. Oh, that feels terrible. Oh well, absolute be praised. Well, the rest of my party's not in the fight. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can take advantage of with this. Asterion can't sneak around that way. He might be able to literally just leap over this path, though. It looks like that is the case. And he can make his way to Daemalin, but is that even a good idea at this point? Maybe I just have him hit the Mind Flayer. Because if I break Daemalin out, is she gonna be mad at us because Isabel's on their side? I really don't know what to think with that. I do know what to think with this Mind Flayer. Let's do some damage. I'm going to start by coating my weapon with this purple worm toxin. This is going to increase our damage even more. Asterion swings. Good reverberation damage behind the target. He tried to charm me. It didn't work out. I am not going to bite because that would give me... that would override the poison on my weapon because we have Broodmother's Revenge on. Instead, I'm going to use my bonus action to rage. And hopefully they will let me cleave with the tiger attack. So he's maimed, he's knocked down. We shouldn't have to worry about the Mind Flayer. We are in control there. Now the real question is, should we try... And, oh, they were all moving together. That was almost bad. Should we try and have Minthara release Dame Aelin just to see what happens? Because I do think Dame Aelin is going to help us out. What I might do instead here is just cast Haste. That's going to be my level 4 spell slot. I think it's worth. We're going to send that in on Dungen right now. So Dungen is about to pop off like crazy. And then we're going to use our flight to move over to this kind of safe area here with Minthara. And she can hang out over here and honestly probably be totally fine. In fact, let me sneak. And then I don't even think they'll come over here looking for me. So she's effectively invisible. Now with Shadowheart, I do think that I should debuff the big guy. He is invulnerable. Can we see why? Is it the Soul Cage? Ketheric's immune to all damage while he has the Night Song imprisoned. So I do need to do something about that. Very well. Shadowheart is going to make her way over that way. She doesn't have much strength, so this is going to be a difficult first jump, but let's see what we can do. Do we have a Shadow Step scroll? Is that what it's called? I always get it mixed up. Misty Step. I always get it mixed up with WoW. I like how the fight started and all of this is going on as Dungen is just standing there staring down this great beast. So we're going to cast that first Shadow Step. While in stealth, it doesn't break it. That's going to bring us over this direction. There's a very good chance that I am going to be seen as we approach over here. So we are going to cast... I should have one scroll of invisibility onto Shadowheart here as well. She's then going to hop down from the high ground to the low ground, and as her first action, release Dame Aelin from her soul cage, making the boss no longer immune to damage. Now, I am going to take a step forward. I'm going to take another step forward. That's as good as I can get, huh? A 35% chance. Now, we can assume that he is an undead. Yes, indeed. I have a bow in my inventory called the... That's Aberration Slaying. Is that specifically ghosts? Monstrosity, Beast. I thought I do have one undead slaying. Could I combo that with a Slashing Flourish and shoot that? It doesn't look like it. I'm going to go for a shot here at 35%. Should I take off all in? What does my shot chance go up to if we do that? If we take off all in, 60% chance. We take it. Fire. Luck of the Fey Realms for a guaranteed crit. He is probably immune to fear. I gotta be honest, I expected that to do a bit more damage. He has a legendary resistance to incapacitation. You have a +10 to your next saving throw against incapacitation. You can use this 3 times. So, incapacitation could be anything, right? Can you laugh? So, I only used one of my attack so far. Let me go ahead and ready another slashing. Why is it telling me about his high defense again? I'm just gonna shoot it. He's frightened. Why does that I'm frightened. That's why it's bad. Okay, we're then going to cast Hypnotic Pattern up on the platform, and that's going to be my other action. He's immune to hypnotized. So what would incapacitate him? Would that be a stun then? I'm not sure. Either way, I am going to be dipping out of here using my bonus action to Misty Step away. We might be feared, but I'll be immobilized back there. And that's going to conclude most of my first turn. For the rest of it, we are going to see Shadowheart step up and ready the Sunbeam from our great weapon. We fire it off at Merkel, giving him those radiating orbs and causing him to hopefully miss us on some follow-up turns. Shadowheart's not afraid. She's jumping right in to the thick of things. He's blinded now from the light of Lathander, and that does work. He's not immune to that, so that's fantastic. Minthara's done, and here we go. The turn is finally underway. That was seriously like 10 minutes of setup. Thank you for being patient with me. We see a bunch of Intellect Devourers surrounding Shadowheart right now. She does take 8 damage as they begin to attack her. One of them did miss, which then caused even more of our lights to then spread around. Dame Aelin has been frightened, so she's not going to be able to approach Merkel, but we see a critical miss as he goes for a swing on our lovely tank. The Mind Flayer stands back up, looks towards Asterion, and then dominates the mind of Dame Aelin. Her turn's coming up soon. She's frightened, so she won't be able to move, so we should be fine. We now see the skeletons on the far side begin to rally, moving as a horde towards the... My camera snapped over here.
Now you wear a face.
Dame Aelin is back under her control and casts Moonbeam nearby, taking down one of the Mind Flayers instantly. Great job. Very proud of you. Very proud indeed. Let me worry about Dungan's turn in a second. Okay, so Mind Flayer needs to go. We're going to do a cleave onto it. It is down. We are then going to jump over... I think I should probably leave Isabel alive. She's hypnotized. I'm just going to cleave into Merkel recklessly. I was hoping to deal some big damage there, but it didn't quite work out for me, did it? He has 7 radiating orbs right now. Let's see if we can get any more on him. We are going to... I'm going to do a level 3 Swirly Whirly with radiant damage. I don't want to do anything that will hurt Isabel from here. And then I'm just going to hop right over these guys if I can. Excuse me. Thank you. He's blinded, still just 7 orbs. Didn't get any more out of us. It's a bit unfortunate. I want to move forward, but I want to not die a lot more than that. I might have to shoot a fucking arrow forward if I want to do it. Or I could do a Misty Step Scroll as my bonus action to get back into range. I kind of want to be up on the high ground. I did it. Are we in range of the boss? Outside of normal range. I can't approach any further, so this is just gonna have to work. It does say 70% chance to land my shot, though. Okay, I'm going to shoot one of those undead slaying arrows at him from the high ground. That barely did any damage, bro. And then he hit me for 15 back as a retaliatory attack. How often can he do that? I'm gonna assume he can't do it again. Slashing Flourish from the high ground. He is frightened. Maybe I should... Oh, I did already attack him with someone else, didn't I? I'm gonna do another Slashing Flourish from the high ground to finish off my turn here. His health is just barely moving, dude. Good lord. He has slashing resistance, piercing resistance, bludgeoning resistance, necrotic resistance, cold resistance, and poison immunity. Just be immune to everything I do, god damn it. All right, we'll go ahead and end our turn right there. We did the best we could. It looks like I might be able to move a little bit. Nope, still immobilized. We have stacked up our buffs, though. They are at 10, and we should be able to land some CC on this guy. Maybe. And I don't know. It might happen. We see our Icy Mage move up, and I'm not sure what I want to do with my turn. He's Not immune to ice, right? Just resistant. Cold damage against insanity for magical attacks is halved. Well, we're just gonna send it anyway. It still has a chance to completely freeze him, I think. Yes, indeed, we are getting those encrusted in frost stacks. In fact, could I can't twin it and I can't quicken it because I don't have enough sorcery points. I could bonus action create a sorcery point and then potentially quicken something next turn, right? Isn't that a thing? Maybe I could do that now. Next turn. I only have 2 sorcery points. I actually should have made more. The brains are moving around Shadowheart, but missing their attacks as we speak, and spreading even more of those radiating orbs around too. Unfortunately, none onto Merkel. Isabel is running around on the platform now and moving away from my party, warding Flare to protect Astarion as the attack luckily misses him from Merkel. Dungen is still okay up on top. We are seeing a lot of necrotic damage coming towards Astarion now from all of the casters on the far side. But Dame Aelin is now in play, and she moves in with that moonbeam and hits every single one of the brains on the platform. The incubating pods around the room begin to show what's been cooking, and it's even more skeletons. I'm going to cast Confusion. Where is it? I'm going to cast Confusion on all these skeletons over here. It looks like I can hit 4 of them plus Isabel. That's going to be the first part of my turn. The second part of my turn is going to be casting Hideous Laughter onto Merkel. Fuck, I forgot that it was... Annie's immune to it. That was the worst turn I've ever done. I forgot the Confusion is a concentration. That's on me. Duncan's gonna drink a really big potion and hope that it helps his brain get right back on track too. Duncan's gonna end his turn right there. Meanwhile, on the front line, I think we're gonna see another potion drink here from Astarion. Who has my big potions right now? It's He can't because he's so close to the boss. He is committed to dealing damage here. So we're gonna go for the big swing. Hopefully get some reverberation stacks over here. Unfortunately, he is immune to bleed, which means he's immune to a lot of what our normal strategy is. Let me try to bite. I can't. Oh, Astarion's in trouble. He might have to jump away soon. Who isn't in trouble is Minthara. If I fire off a Ray of Frost, it might be enough to fully freeze this guy. It looks like they did go out. He's chilled, encrusted. When there are 7 or more turns remaining, this entity must succeed a Constitution saving throw or take cold damage and be frozen. So he has 7 stacks. On his turn, he might become frozen. Okay, I am going to just move away from this pod that's spawning in front of me. We'll try to deal with that on our turn. I feel so fucking dumb about how I handled that Confusion over on the far side because that was a really, really good setup for us. But I'm just doing the best we can, you know what I mean? We could cast Radiance of the Dawn. If I move over to the other side, it'll probably do a lot more damage, but I don't want to hit Isabel if I can avoid it. So I'm going to cast it right here. It is kind of hitting the mage on the low end, though, so this isn't a terrible cast. We send it and do 9 whole damage to the big guy. Oh, boy. Since Astarion's done with his turn and I'm worried about him dying, we could use Sanctuary on him. Am I dumb? That's not a concentration, right? Okay. So he's good. He's going to hang out right there. We still have Swirly Whirlies. I'm second guessing everything now that I had that terrible turn on Dungen. Oh, I feel so dumb. Let it go. It's in the past, and the present is a gift. Guiding Bolt on Dame Aelin, Psionic Backlash just to deal some damage. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Dame Aelin can die. She is an immortal being after all. She has 28 health right now. And Merkel's going for an attack. He frightens my Shadowheart, but she still maintains. Improved warding flare on Dame Aelin. She goes down. The warding flare was not enough. And now we see more of the undead begin to move around. They are bone chilled as well, trying to strike out on Dungen, luckily missing all of their attacks. Concentration of Swirly Whirlies has been broken, and Shadowheart has no means of getting that back. Doesn't that just fucking suck? Reach from beyond. Yeah, let's go ahead and shield it. Surprised you could do that with absolutely zero line of sight up to the high ground. That kind of sucks. Luckily, all of these attacks continuing to miss Dungen. Bro, Dungen might have to clean up the trash this turn. Seriously, this is getting out of control here. More and more begin to incubate on the side. I was hoping I was going to be able to rush the boss down, dude. That is not the case. We are extremely good on our arcane acuity stacks here, so if I don't fuck it up again, let's go ahead and cast another Confusion. I might be able to hit Isabel too. The height here is a little weird, but I can at least hit these 5 over there. Now, Confusion doesn't guarantee anything, but it certainly helps our cause. I'm going to turn Sharpshooter back on, and then with our Slashing Flourish, try to take down just a few of the Necromites around me here. Looks like that was successful. We're going to fire off again Dungen onto the side, and this guy that's not confused. And there we go. They've been cleared, so that's helping. That's definitely helping. That's definitely helping. I am then going to probably not do too much more with this turn, to be honest. I could Psionic Overload. That would give me a bit more damage to pump out, but maybe we don't even need it. This Confusion might be good enough. Okay, Dungen is done. We need to figure out healing on our poor boy here. I'm going to try the... Fuck, should I even try the Cleave again? I don't think so. Not being able to get Reverberation stacks on him is proving really difficult. Really, really difficult. That's kind of the big part of my strategy here. In order to do radiant damage without hitting Isabel, what we could do is simply cast Sacred Flame. We should have a pretty good chance of hitting it. 70%. That's 10 damage. Now that's 9 stacks of that applied. We do take that retaliation damage. I'm going to have to literally start cycle running people out to go heal. This is about to get really awkward. Let me go ahead. I can't do it with him because he's immobilized. I'll go ahead and do the Cleave and just follow it up with another swing. I mean, he's at least hitting. It's something. We're chunking through the health slowly but surely. Now, Minthara on her turn is going to have to deal with her unwelcomed guest here. I'm going to upcast Ice Knife onto them because I'm afraid of them living, and that's exactly what happened. Man, I barely even got through the shield that time. We're going to see Minthara begin to retreat. Her concentration is of the utmost importance. Uh-oh. We're going to Misty Step because I can't fly that far. Okay. And we end our turn right there. Dungen is done as well. You guys can't heal up in the front, but I am still hoping and praying that things are going to go okay. Isabel beginning to run around Bone Shield. Guardian Bolt on Asterion. Don't react. It never hits. We're fine.
Life to my life. Sustain me.
Gaze of the Dead on Dungen. That just did 11 damage and broke my concentration yet again. Improved Warding Flare to try to protect Astarion from that massive swing from Merkel. And it looks like that works. We're seeing dashes coming out from the undead now as they begin to gather one more time. I have 7 more turns of haste right now. And unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to stop worrying about Isabel and start worrying about my team a lot more. Did he just heal Merkel? You fuck. Reach from beyond on Dungen. We'll try to charm the target so he doesn't do that again. That was successful. Reach from beyond hit Shadowheart, who's down 50 HP almost. Oh, now she is down 50 HP. Critical miss. Okay, once this comes back to Dungan's turn, I'm going to start ripping and tearing into these guys. I'm not playing Mr. Nice anymore. Minthara is going to try and charm that target. Her concentration is the most important thing right now. Let's hope she keeps it. High ground might give this guy range. Oh, thank God that was successful. All right, so this is how this is going to go, you fucks. Arrow of many targets. Dungan's gonna shoot it right down onto, I don't know, maybe here? Disadvantage from being frightened. Well, it's a 100% chance to hit that. How far do you think it's gonna go? If I hit here, it might bounce around and hit Merkel. I'm gonna try it. Sorry, Isabel. Oh, I could hit this instead. Let's try that, because it's a 100% chance. Okay, that was decent. We're gonna cast Hypnotic Pattern. He's immune to frightened. Do we see that, by the way? Gaze the dead on first creature that strikes each round in combat. He does have 3 stacks of reverberation somehow. I'm going to try Hypnotic Pattern and see if it works. I can hit just about everyone in the encounter on the left side here. Let's send it. It hits Isabel, too. So hypnotized, but he's immune, of course, because we can't have any fun. Dungan is still not really able to approach. This guy's charmed. I'm going to try to kill him. Done. And, gosh, I don't even have any more of an action. There's this thing where you must be concentrating on another spell to cast this. I am, but that would end my thing again. There is a thing where if you deal damage to an enemy. No, it's a heal. Okay, I can't do that either. Asterian's gonna run real quick. He's gonna dip back to here. Bone Shield has ended, and he's gonna use this opportunity to drink one of our very large potions. I guess next turn, because he can't drink right now. What he can do on this turn is take care of these things popping up right next to our mage. Cleave those down really easily. And then I was hoping he could get a little bit closer to these guys. Since he can't, I'm going to throw a javelin here instead. And that should end that thing from spawning there, at least momentarily. So I think we're ahead of the tide, but we haven't done any damage. Dungan is going to continue to sit on that perch. We're going to have to figure out a way of healing Shadowheart here pretty soon, too. If I jump out with her, that's a bonus action. I don't understand. Maybe a silence on this guy? Would silence fucking stop him from casting, you think? Is he immune to silence? Let's find out. I'm going to send it. He's silenced. Okay. That's my turn. I can't really do anything else. Maybe I could do a high, like a level 5. This is going to heal me for like... This won't heal me at all because I still have the immunity. But maybe he can't do the retaliatory attacks anymore or something. Because that would be pretty good, right? That would be pretty great. I'm going to try to freeze him again. I think that's probably my best shot at actually crowd controlling him. We send the Ray of Frost, and we still take the retaliatory damage back. How disappointing. Let me use my last bonus action to create 1 sorcery point. Then I can twin something next turn and maybe get a freeze on him then. For now... Ooh, actually, I could do that now. No, next turn. Okay. Isabel's frightened. And he swung on his daughter? Why did you do that? You're not confused? Boys, I've only taken 100 health off of him so far. This is actually really difficult. We have 6 more turns of haste. He still seems to be spawning in more and more creatures. But they have radiating orbs on them. I'm sure they're fine. Next turn, we're going to do a big heal on Asterian. Most of these guys actually totally skipped their turn. That's really nice. This high ground guy's got to go. He keeps hitting... Oh, God, I thought he removed my concentration. I was actually so worried about that. He's charmed, so he's not able to attack me again, but he is still trying to sneak around on that side. And I don't like that. Dungen is going to attack first. He can take the damage here. It's no problem. He didn't retaliate. Did I miss? There's the damage. So I have enough health and I can heal back here. So at least I can try to bait that towards me each turn. You know what I'm saying? I can at least take advantage of my positioning a bit more. I'm gonna use my bonus action to drink that potion and the rest of my main action to shoot at anyone who is not mind controlled, which it kind of looks like it's all of them at the moment. So shot 1 there, shot 2 would have been there, but we are out of actions for this turn. Now, as we swap over to Asterion, we are going to see him drink a very, very large potion from Shadowheart's inventory, giving him quite a lot of his health back. He is then going to run forward, swinging at the cocoon in front of him and making his way recklessly towards the rest. You know what's a tilter? Oh, never mind. It's because I did a bonus action. He is not in range of the heal denial, so he could technically heal right now. Someone who can't, though, is Shadowheart. What I'm going to do instead on her this turn is I'm going to help up Dame Aelin, which I got to be honest, I didn't realize I had to do. And then I'm going to protect myself in a sanctuary. That way we can't be hit this turn. And I can stand next to Merkel and hopefully be totally fine. I thought Dame Aelin just kind of came back. I didn't know she needed help doing that. It's because she didn't die, she stabilized. It's kind of feels like I got you a moment. Can't move towards this guy at all because we are frightened. So what I'm going to do is hopefully fire enough freezes into this guy to stop him. We are going to quicken a double cast of Ray of Frost. That one did connect. So on Merkel's turn, he is going to have to do a Constitution save. She's frightened and silenced, climbing down the ladder right now. Is she going to be casting any spells? I'm trying really hard not to kill her. She threw a javelin on the ground back at Asterion. And I guess I could have done some damage there with that heal. We see Gaze of the Dead on Asterion for 5 damage. It looks like he's doing A-okay. A big swing does once again hit our guardian angel. But she'll rise again. This is what I'm talking about. I didn't think she needed my help. Oh, he's healing him up too. Oh, shit. I think I'm kind of not getting anywhere in this fight just yet. Oh, and more stuff just keeps spawning. This is getting harder and harder to keep up with here. At least I can kill this guy now. Dungen is still frightened, so he can't really move forward. I'm going to use his turn to take down the spawners nearby. 1 and 2. Minthara on her turn is going to fire off the Ray of Frost at this guy over on the right. Finally showing him some manners. He does go prone as well. I wonder if we can break vision. Maybe by even moving up. But Minthara's actually able to move again, so I'm just going to kite her back a little bit. Might be a good idea to just bring her up here. That might make Dungen more of a prime target. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. Dungen moves in with his friend up on the top ledge. Now, what do I want to do against this guy? I keep checking this to see if there's some kind of indication of what he is immune to. Oh my god, silence actually makes him immune to thunder damage, doesn't it? Magical plate, reduce all incoming damage. It says the legendary resistance can be used 3 times, but I don't know if he's done it. Oh, every time he consumes one of those little dudes too, they gain the ability to cast Finger of Death. Goodness gracious. Okay. Well, Duncan's going to use the rest of his turn to... I was going to move forward a little bit, but it doesn't actually look like I can. I don't have a bonus action to cast anything. So I'm just going to hope that this lands. I'm not going to attack Isabel. She doesn't deserve that. Maybe I can get a really far shot on that dude. No, that's not possible either. So really terrible shots towards the middle are unfortunately all I got. Dang. I did not expect him to be completely immune to crowd control. I gotta be honest with you. That is fucking surprising. I am going to swing on our healer first. And by swing, of course, I mean I'm going to cast some kind of holy damage here. Let's do Sacred Flame. 94% chance to land, and it does. He did not attack me, and I'm going to go ahead and get rid of my silence there because there's no reason for it to be there. Now that it's removed, he can take thunder damage again, which means this swing from Asterion should theoretically do something. Did any of that connect?
Can't give up.
I don't know. Yes. But of course, he gets hit with that damage again, and he's once again frightened. That frightens a big deal. Not being able to move away is a really big deal. Guiding Bolt on Asterion, it never connects. I don't expect it to now. It's almost like I need to get Dungen in the middle and just have him pop in every single one of these skeleton spawns every time it happens. 29 damage being done to Shadowheart. She's once again in a terrible spot here. Gaze of the Dead on Minthara. She's frightened on the high ground, but she can still heal. There we go. That's the massive damage I need. Dame Aelin finally showing up to the fight in a big way. Radiant damage like crazy onto Merkel. We almost see her go down again as the Necromite on the side casts another cantrip towards her. But so far she's holding. More enemies spawning on the far side. I think this is Dungan's calling. I think this has to be me. So let's do this. And this. And I still have haste. So why don't we do a... Oh, do I have any more arrows of transposition? It kind of doesn't look like it, does it? I'm gonna need to get closer to these guys. I don't have one. At least I can use my legs now, at least. I mean, jumping down there might actually be a decent strategy at this point. This is my bonus action to do it, so here we go. We drop down. I'm going to take a shot at this dude. Didn't mean to do it with disadvantage. Never punished anyway. And I still have one more shot in the chamber. And as I move up, we're going to try to get an arrow of many targets up onto the high ground, but unfortunately... I did, in fact, run out of actions. 3 more turns of haste. That's all we got. We start swinging at the Apostle of Merkel again. Connecting for good damage. Taking that damage in return. I'm taking that damage on my Barbarian intentionally. I am trying to let him take most of the hits because he has most of the health. We need to get Shadowheart out of here. So, what's the best way to do that? We're probably out of his reach right here, I imagine. Bone Shield is already ended, so it's actually not that hard to get out of his reach. We are going to drink our biggest potion. We are then going to cast Radiance of the Dawn. I'm very upset to say that it doesn't hit those guys up there. What if I did a Sacred Flame here? Cannot be used on an inanimate entity. Wasn't that a kick in the pants? I could use a spell slot to heal me, and I don't think that's a bad idea. We do have Cure Wounds. Oh my god, I didn't cast Aid before this fight for Dungen either. At least the rest of the party still has that health. Yeah, I'm going to cast a level 4 heal on me. And we're out of that range, so it should be worth... I like that turn. I like that turn. Asterion held his ground. We have our mage up on the high ground. She unfortunately can't move forward, but she can still cast her icy spells from afar. Disadvantage, but still hit anyway, and we'll see if he gets frozen on his turn. He's finally down to 200 health, which is about half. We see Guiding Bolt and Asterion again. No way it lands. I told you, it never does. We do see a little bit of radiant damage. Gaze of the Dead on Shadowheart. She's frightened, which means she can't move back in. Which means I can just sit back there and keep healing, actually. That's probably a good thing for me. We see a big miss on Dame Aelin, probably because of our Radiant Orbs, but those are already starting to fall off again. Only 2 remain on the boss as big damage begins to fly. Warding Flare, try to protect us down here on the bottom from those skeletons. And we see a dash on the far side beginning to run in. He heard Merkel's call. So that is going to be one of the sacrificial undead right there that we have to take down. All right, Dungen sees more undead forming around him. He's going to start off by shooting an arrow of many targets to the left. Sorry, Isabel, but not sorry. This guy's frightened, so he can't move anymore, so I technically don't even need to kill him right now. I'm going to shoot another... Actually, I'm not even going to shoot an arrow of many targets. I'm going to shoot, like, some fire up there or something. Make sure these guys die. If we get more fire in this area, theoretically... I'll go ahead and shoot that, too. 90% chance to hit. Dungen, I never thought would be on ad duty, but he's doing a wonderful job with it, might I add. Let's use the... Don't I have a repulsor? Let's do it. Push any enemy back. Oh, God, it's so far away. That's why I never used that thing. Okay, good turn. Merkel has 1 stack of chilled. He's vulnerable to cold damage and resistant to fire. Great. Minthara is going to drink a potion. Please? Minthara? What's... Oh, what, do I not... She already ended her turn? Thank you. That was like queued up, ready to go. She's like, I know what you want. And she's going to fire off another spell that unfortunately misses. That is going to end her turn. Dungen in a great spot here is going to end his as well. The skeleton's mostly under control. I am going to Sacred Flame on Shadowheart. I want her to be the target that gets hit first. Okay, she's frightened again. That's great. I am going to drink another one of the... God, I'm running low on supplies, boys. Do I have any more of the big healing potions? I have one here. Shadowheart's going to drink it. Okay, so she took the retaliation damage, and that was her bonus action. She's going to end her turn right there. Meanwhile, Astarion begins to swing again. Disadvantage. Recklessly swinging. We are connecting. At least doing something. I'm very proud of him. He's really the most... Oh, the concentration holds. We only have 2 more turns of that haste. Keep that in mind. We are going to lose Dungen for a turn here pretty soon. And he's the main reason that the undead tide is being held back for now. Murgle is getting low on HP there, though. Warding Flare to protect our Daemalin, our angel. She unfortunately doesn't do a bunch of damage there. We have 5 radiating orbs in play. He's frightened, so he still can't move for another turn. That's really messing up Merkel's call. I really like that. Okay. I think we're good. Okay. Dungen, on his turn, is going to fire an arrow of many targets off to the left. Hopefully we don't hit Isabel. She's actually doing A-okay. Okay, we hit her a little bit. This one's frightened. The Merkel call is still in play, but it's been delayed by another 2 turns with that frightened mechanic. I'm then going to move down the side and try to hit this guy over here. We connect. And with my last action, I'm not even going to shoot at Merkel because I can't afford to be frightened. I need to be able to keep my mobility to move around. Holy crap, I didn't see that coming. That's a big problem. Maybe not. No, I kind of think it's a big problem. We are going to drink a potion first on Shadowheart. She is going to consume the final large one in Dungen's inventory. She's then going to fire off another Sacred Flame at Merkel, getting Merkel to fight her. It missed. So then that means it needs to be Astarion that does it. He might go down. What if I just run away this turn? Actually, that's a great idea. We're gonna back up. We're not even gonna attack Merkel this turn. Fuck him. We'll cleave here. And then attack this. Keep the undead tide back. There's no way you missed. Why do you keep making me think you did? Thank you. And then we'll start to move back. And then I can heal next turn on this guy and he won't die. I like this play. I like this play. We're just kind of delaying the inevitable of killing the boss a little bit longer. I'm also going to heal him with a level 1 spell slot that's going to recoat his weapon in poison for the I just assume it wore off because my haste was about to wear off. I gotta be honest, I didn't actually check. We're then going to Ray of Frost. Not him. God, I would love to be able to move even a little bit. I can't make a spell distant either. And you don't have a ranged weapon equipped. Oh, man, there's no shot at killing that last little cocoon. We did lose the Rage of Asterion, which is a bit of a problem if we were worried about our cleave, which we're not. We do see Frighten come out on Dungen, which is what I said we were afraid of. But does she hold? Warding Flare makes it happen. Yes, those 9 radiating orbs were reduced down to 2, but we do not have any more follow-up damage from our angel just yet. She is coming back this turn, though. Okay, okay. Sacred Flame. Get the damage out. Perfect. Now Asterion's gonna jump right back up there, and we're gonna start swinging. Just start swinging. Just do it. Reckless. 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 He's all out of swings. I should have healed before I moved in because he had more than enough movement to just walk up there. This feels like we're kind of in a desperate moment right now, though. Did I lose all of Dungan's turn? Yes, because he is incapacitated. He's lethargic from the end of the haste. And we have big problems starting to turn up all around Dungen now. Okay. I think we need to start really going all in. I'm going to drink a potion here on the high ground. We're going to fire off a Ray of Frost onto Merkel. It missed. We end our turn. We end our turn. And we hope that we have another one.
In 10 days.
That was a what? Sacred Flame onto the high ground from Isabel. Gaze of Dead on Minthara. Luckily, she doesn't have a concentration anymore. Now, I don't believe that Dame Aylin's going to have a turn this time around because she did just res. That was kind of her action. Uh-oh. Is that the heal? Is he doing it? Oh, shit. I thought I had more time. Well, he got more health back. And he summoned in even more enemies all around us. Okay, we have another arrow of many targets. Dungen shooting it down the pathway. Only 2 shots there. What a jip. Fire arrow might take down 2 more. And I wish I had more spell slots, but we don't have them. Wait, Repulsor might actually kill it. Repulsor did nothing. Is anyone surprised? No. Wait, Repulsor did something! Oh my god! Okay, Minthara on the high ground is going to drink a potion. She's then going to force the damage onto her. Right after she gets this chill. She can still heal way back out here, so that's a good thing. I don't mind if damage gets on her. Shadowheart is going to start to approach the big bad evil guy again. She can't move. What if I just put a fucking wall of fire down right behind him? He's not... Oh, I'd have to do it from this direction, I think. He's not immune to... because of the chill, he's actually going to take less fire damage. What I could do instead is just Flame Strike. That's going to be my big cast. But if I put that up there, he's also going to take some radiant damage, which means, yes, 10 of the radiating orbs above him right now. Dungan's done with his turn, and Asterion is going to swing. Okay, I didn't see any thunder damage pop up there. Is he immune to that suddenly, or no, it's still on my weapon, so that was the other option if he wasn't immune to it. Isabel is moving back down, getting in range of Minthara, casting even more damage. Minthara might be getting kind of low on health here. We have 100 damage left on Merkel as we then cast a Psionic Backlash. Oh my god, Asterion's taken so much damage, but he's holding on. Massive hit on Dungen, Gaze of the Dead. Lunar blessings coming out from our angel, though. Big miss is not what you want to see following that up. She did next to no damage this turn, and we really needed her to do it. Now, I see the Merkel's call coming in. I'm not going to let this happen again for a third fucking time. There is no way. As he approaches Dungen, we will take care of it. I'll figure it out some way. Don't you worry. We are going to Sacred Flame the boss to get the first hit onto Shadowheart. She's frightened down there. That's fine. Start swinging, Asterion. We need you. Reckless. Perfect. There's our thunder damage coming back. He's connecting well. Very good damage. Very, very, very good damage. Minthara is going to try and slow the approach of this would-be caster here. Is she going to have to, like, jump to the other side? What's going on here with your line of sight, Minthara? Oh, she can't move at all because she's still frozen. So she actually won't be able to stop him. So that means this does come down to Dungen. Wait, who can't move to stop him either. Crap, I lied. I am doing it again. Unless I might be able to ricochet an arrow of many targets back there to him, but that's not even an option anymore because I don't have any to speak of. Dungen shoots for the easy shots that he can take next to him. And that's, unfortunately, all he can do. Level 1 heal onto me with my bonus action. Asterion cannot heal where he is. I pray that he has another turn with us. We can Ray of Frost the boss here. We might encrust him. It might work. No, he saved the check. We see another attack from Isabel from the low ground onto the high ground, hitting our Shadowheart. Gaze of the Dead on Dungen. Again, he takes 12 damage and remains frightened, so he's not able to move. This little guy might get over to him. Warding Flare to protect Asterion. It was just enough. Please kill him. Oh, the attack misses again from our angel. I think she's out of spell slots because those weren't even smites. She's just swinging her sword the best she can. Reach from beyond on Dungen. We're going to try to shield that. It was successful, and this target wasn't running forward. He moved into Dungen. We have disadvantages because we're frightened. Yes, I'm going to shoot. We killed it. I'm so proud. And now I'm going to kill this one at the top. And he's just going to keep cycling these the best he can. Shadowheart is going to draw the attention with another... Oh... Fuck it. Level 4. Disadvantage. Path is interrupted. Those may not even hit. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do the wall of flame. And I'm literally just going to put it right here. So it just connects with him. It didn't deal any damage. I'm a very sad boy. I'm a very, very, very sad boy. Okay, that means I need to drink a potion on Minthara and then cast onto the boss so he hits her and not Asterion, who is now free to swing and might actually set us up for the kill here. This is the longest boss fight I have ever been in this game. Minthara saved from the Sacred Flame damage. Thankfully. Big swing. It's on Asterion. The improved warding flare was not enough to keep him alive. Death Gaze on Daemalin takes her down too. The skeleton on the side begins to assail our Shadowheart. That cast still not doing anything. We're going to stop just fucking concentrating on it. And we are going to send a Sacred Flame towards the Apostle of Merkel. He's saved on the attack. Minthara now tries to fire off a Ray of Frost onto her former ruler, but it misses. Now this turn is down to Dungen. 40% chance to hit. He fires his first shot. It misses. He fires again. It hits for 8 damage.
Impossible. Death cannot take me. I am its master. My lord, hear me. Nothing. I am forsaken. You have no idea what you've done.
Hey, can I have your gem?
Isabel.
She's still alive. She's in here. Oh, that doesn't seem like it's going. Oh, okay. Well, see you later, Ketheric.
The villain is
So we are about to have a very big problem.
the rats. Together, we have crushed him.
If she's this mad at me for bringing Isabel here. So we're good, right?
No. Now, we pick our way toward our fates, unleashed. A pity I cannot say the same for Isabel. She may have been Ketheric's daughter, but she was my world in.
Oh no.
Do what you must. Then we fly this foul place.
So it's counting Isabel as just being dead.
The chosen of Merkel is dead. Permanently this time.
Ketheric's netherstone. It's in his armor. Take it.
I'm definitely gonna do that. We approach. Pry it out of there!
In death, the body is cooling, but energy radiates from the stone.
Remarkable. Truly.
Clark O'Lark!
Now the picture comes together. The Absolute is neither god nor man. It is the elder brain you saw, held here by those three against its will.
What are these stones?
And these stones control the crown.
Oh, you kind of just...
It has been dominated.
You kind of just answered that, but I'm still gonna ask.
An elder brain. To subdue it. Our enemies are formidable.
Very.
The crown's markings suggest it was forged in Netheril, an ancient empire whose mastery over magic rivaled that of the gods. It is a crown of domination. The stones were taken from its crest. They are nether stones, imbued with the ability to control the wearer of the crown. The crown's netherese magic must be the true source of the parasite's abilities. This must be what elevates their potential. And it must be the reason nobody could heal you. If the crown can do this to the parasites, I dare not imagine what it is doing to the brain.
Do you know who our enemies are? There's one less now.
One of them I know. Lord Enver Gortash, an arms dealer and a slaver. A worshipper of Bane, the god of tyranny. The other is a mystery to me. But the way she spoke, it's most likely she follows Baal, the god of murder. Ketheric was a follower of Merkel, which means the Absolute is a front for the gods of death, and our enemies are the chosen of the Dead Three.
Well, that really sucks. We know that he's able to leave the astral prism because the presence of the nether brain was here. Like, the psychic energies are just out of control right now. I didn't come here to fight gods. I want my parasite removed. That's a really funny option. Another option I wish was here was, hey, if you can come out now, why the fuck didn't you help me? What do we do now, Clark?
The army of the Absolute is marching on Baldur's Gate. Within the city, an elder brain brimming with power, ready to turn everyone within its reach into mind flayers. All it needs is an order. An order the Death God's chosen are on the cusp of giving. We must wrest control of the brain from the chosen before that happens. We must take their stones. Our chances of success are slim, but we must not fail. If we fail, everything ends.
Everything, Dungen.
I will be your shield, but you must be the sword. And when the chance to strike comes, you must take it. For there may only be one chance.
Well, that turned into one of the most difficult fights of the game so far. And I kind of thought I was going to breeze right through that. I wasn't expecting Merkel to be completely immune to all of our crowd controls. I am, however, very excited to see this shield, because that spell save DC, that +1 bonus, is the same thing that our staff gives us. If I go ahead and equip that shield, which I guess I should have right-clicked to do, Dungen now makes it even easier for him to control his enemies. Now, where did the stone come with his chest piece? Oh, I see it. It's in my inventory right now. His nether stone. Well, I'm going to end today's video right here, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. We had a few big fumbles with that rest at the beginning that really made this fight a lot harder, but we persevered. Next video, we're going to be going into Act 3, and I am super excited about that because Dungen is about to get even stronger. Thank you guys for being here. I'll see you all again soon.